Here we go. Stand by in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Black. X3. Hit it.
Live with coverage you can count on.
Stand by 2.
This is
Two's up.
News
Zoom it
2
up.
at 11.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Carolyn Murray.
It's good to have you here. I'm Brendan Clark.
Stay
No
here.
secret, it is cold outside. Question is how
Stay on
long
camera
are
3,
these
Rob.
cold temperatures going to be around?
Well, Rob says it looks like we are finally into winter. Our chief meteorologist is standing by the Weather
Stay
Center with a look at the dropping
Rob.
temperatures
Rob's
tonight.
up.
Hey, Rob.
Cue him.
Yeah, dropping temperatures and winds picking up, so that's going to be a combination
Winds up,
that
stand
will
by
be
graphics.
pretty chilly tomorrow with low wind chills in the teens. Let's see what's going on right
Graphics up.
now. We had some clouds
Stand by
that
camera 2.
moved on through, but now those clouds are moving on out, and what that means is with clear skies, we'll see some pretty good
Kristen, do you want that
air
graphic
that's
back
gonna be
there, or do you
moving
want it
on
to
in. We don't have those clouds to serve as a blanket to keep that heat close to the Earth's surface.
10-4.
Actually, a little
Stand by
burst
camera
of
2.
snow going on right north of Columbia, through the Hartsville area, and then off towards the North Myrtle Beach area in Wilmington. But that's not going to impact us. We're just going to
30
be in the
seconds for
cold
Rob.
air as that snow is starting to dry up as it moves eastbound. So here are the current temperatures: 34 Moncks Corner, 39 Sullivan's Island. We're at 38 right now in North Charleston. The feels like
Stand by camera 2.
temperature, we're in the upper 20s from Moncks Corner to Somerville. Feels like freezing over on Folly Beach as well as Kiowa. And so hour by hour for tonight as we break it down: 35 by midnight, we're at 28 by 6 a.m., only 32 by 9. By 6 a.m., the wind chill probably will be about 18 or 19 degrees. So bundle
Wrap
up
it up,
and
Rob.
dress accordingly. We'll talk about the
Camera 2.
7-day forecast. Unfortunately, a lot of cold air moving this way. That and more in just a few minutes.
Two's up. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rob. Well, Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Bernie
Stand by,
Sanders,
Pat.
they are the big winners tonight in the New Hampshire
And the
primary.
guests can go up
It's a
to the
win for
set
the
in the pack.
outsiders and a loss for the establishment.
Personified by Hillary Clinton. She got beat badly.
No,
Steve
he
Handelsman
is not
is in
there.
Manchester, and he has the latest.
Stand by. Packs up. Kristen, can you roll through this
Now,
pack,
for
please?
the first time, he's a winner in politics. Donald Trump triumphant tonight in New Hampshire.
We're not going to forget you. You started it. Remember, you started it. I am going to be
Donald Trump.
the greatest
Trump out.
jobs president that God ever created.
Yep.
Remember that.
With 34%,
right.
Trump beat his closest rival by more than 2-1. And in
Good
New
to go.
Hampshire, that
Thank
is
you.
Ohio Governor John Kasich, who topped Iowa winner Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, and Marco Rubio. On the Democratic side, Senator Bernie Sanders wins in what he sees as a victory over the power elite.
The people of New Hampshire
Millionaires
have sent
and
a
billionaires.
profound message to the political establishment, to the economic establishment, and by the way, to the media.
30 seconds left in pack.
Hillary Clinton lost to Sanders by 20 points, lost the votes of young people and New Hampshire women, but promised to campaign harder.
Now we take this
Hillary,
campaign
Hillary, name
for the
in.
entire country. We're going to fight
Hillary,
for
name
every
out. Stand by,
vote
full
in
screen.
every state.
Now money matters. She has
10
spent a
seconds,
lot,
stand
and Bernie Sanders will raise a lot because of tonight. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Manchester, New Hampshire.
Now it's
Cute.
coming to South Carolina. Happening tomorrow, a rally for Marco Rubio at the North Charleston Coliseum. Representative Trey Gowdy will be there to meet with voters as Rubio returns to Washington for Senate business. The rally is set for 6:15. Doors open at 5:30. Now, John Kasich will host a Charleston County Town Hall at Finn's Brick Oven in Mount Pleasant. That's at noon. Doors will open
View.
at 11 o'clock.
View.
Jeb Bush will also host a town hall in the Low Country at the
Okay,
Cooper
full
River
screen.
Room. That's at the Mount Pleasant Memorial Waterfront Park at 3:30.
And Governor Chris Christie was supposed to join South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson at the College of Charleston. He is now heading home to New Jersey to, quote, take a deep breath and
Stand by
take
camera 2.
stock
4 shot.
of the presidential bid. That is breaking news, new information coming into us tonight.
Yeah.
Probably won't be
Two's
the
up.
only person too. And here to talk a little bit more about the candidates and tonight's results in New Hampshire and looking ahead to South Carolina is Brady Quirk-Gervin with the Democrats, and we've got Joe Semsar talking with the GOP side of things. Guys, we appreciate you staying late and staying with us about this.
Stand by,
Brady,
guests.
start with you. Talk about the
Yes,
Democratic
Ken.
side. Everyone expected Bernie Sanders to win this one, but I think the numbers were so impressive. He won basically every demographic, even women voted.
Stand by,
He
one.
did. He won. You
One's
know,
up.
this was a 20-point lead for him, which is certainly much bigger than any of us expected. So I think the real question is
Brady?
now coming into South Carolina, what kind of momentum does
yes,
this
I think
have
they
for
were.
him? And can he
Doesn't matter.
translate that to voters that are a little more diverse here in South
Do you think
Carolina?
he can? I mean, it's a different ball game here in South Carolina.
It's a very different ball game, and politics are a little more rough and tumble here in South Carolina. So I think we're in for a fun couple of weeks, and we're really looking forward to it here in South Carolina.
Yeah, Joe, we were talking about this earlier, and you were describing that the voting situation and the ability to vote is very different here in South Carolina compared to the other contests we've seen before in Iowa and New Hampshire.
Yeah, that's right. So in
One's up.
Iowa and New
Joe?
Hampshire, you have what's
Joe,
called
name in.
same-day voting. So voters can go to the polls and day of register to vote.
Joe, name
That's
out.
not the case here in South
Number
Carolina.
two.
If you want to vote in the Republican or Democratic primary, you actually have to
Video's
register
up.
about 2 or 3 weeks in advance. So on the Republican side, that was January 20th, and then on the Democratic side, that was January 27th. So
Coming back
those
to two.
new voters that want to kind of get in the mix, that would likely lean Bernie Sanders or Donald Trump, they might not be able to kind of get in on that voting coming soon.
What's it tell you about the numbers? We all expected Trump to win New Hampshire, and he did, but other than Kasich coming in second, they're kind of muddled. No one separated themselves. That surprised you coming into this state? What's going to happen after that?
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest story coming out of New Hampshire. So most of the political pundits thought that that 3 people would be coming out of New Hampshire: Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and question mark. And ultimately, what we've seen is Donald Trump and Ted Cruz did fine. And now what we'll likely see is a bloodbath in South Carolina with Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, and John Kasich.
Yeah, Chris Christie, this big announcement coming late this evening, do you think we'll hear much more from him?
Well, one of the things that I think folks should look at is in New Hampshire, in order to actually get delegates, you've got to hit a 10% threshold. And Chris Christie has missed that by about 2%. And so I think what he'll likely do is take a step back and reconsider whether or not he wants to move forward.
We're going to see all these candidates stepping up in South Carolina because it was so close on the side of the GOP, and because Hillary kind of wants to make up after New Hampshire. They're going to be here stomping a lot.
That's right. Hillary said repeatedly that South Carolina is her firewall. That's the term she keeps using. And so the question is, how strong is that firewall, and what kind of results can she produce here in South Carolina? She's going to be spending a lot of time herself here, and certainly sending President Clinton and a number of surrogates to the state to try and win the voters over here.
And she started kind of feeding into that already tonight. We heard in her message kind of playing toward the South Carolina potential voter for her.
That's right. I think they knew going into this that they were likely to lose New Hampshire. So what they're trying to say is this is a long game. They're looking ahead to South Carolina and the SEC states that come after that. So that's their sort of pitch is give us some more time and we can do this.
All right, we're done. Thank you. Always great to see you both. Thank you very much for your expertise. We'll see you a little bit later in the season. Thank you.
Video's up.
Well, the next primaries here in South Carolina, Republicans head to the polls Saturday, February 20th. Democrats vote Saturday, February 27th. Absentee voting already underway. If you plan to vote absentee, you must mail your ballot in 4 days before the election.
Alba. And two,
well,
two's
after
up.
a troubling week for Mount Pleasant Town Council tonight, the mayor explained how she plans to get everyone back on track in her State of the Town address.
News 2's Matt Alba was there, joins us live in the studio with more. Hey, Matt.
Hey, good evening, guys. Yesterday, I was reporting on a Mount Pleasant councilman who almost got in a fight with a Shem Creek property owner. But tonight, Mayor Linda Page said we need unity on the council. And she laid out her vision for the town.
Backs up.
We do have a lot going on. It's all good, though.
Tuesday night, Mayor Linda Page laid out her plan for the town of Mount Pleasant.
The unity and vision that I'm talking about is our strategic plan, our capital improvement plan. Those are visions that we have to get on board together with. We have to decide where we're going to spend the town's tax dollars and what projects we're going to get finished.
Council chambers were packed tonight. Some people were there to voice their frustrations with a recently divided town council.
It's divided because people are passionate about things.
But the mayor wanted to clear things up and talk about the positive direction the town is heading. She played a video for everyone in attendance. It featured achievements, capital improvement projects, civic engagements, and prestigious awards.
We need to make sure we balance out the quality of life issues as well as with the growth issues, and I think that's what we're doing.
The mayor said the top 3 legislative priorities are infrastructure, local government revenue, and growth management.
Highway 41 is our number one legislative priority. It will remain so.
30 seconds, 30
this
seconds.
council has committed $3.9 million, and the county has committed $1.2 million, so we're well on our way.
Other highlights for the upcoming year include $100,000 for bike and pedestrian infrastructure projects and a task force on attainable housing to promote diversity and prevent gentrification.
Moving forward with 2016, it's our unified vision of what we're going to work on as a council.
We're kind of
For more on the mayor's State of the Town address, head to our website,
council.com.
Live in the studio, Matt Alba, News 2.
Video's up, thank you. Matt?
Well,
Clear?
people who support building tiny homes for the homeless
Tiny
people
homes.
of Charleston marched today, as you can see here. This happened in downtown Charleston. Last week, Mayor John Tecklenburg said the city of Charleston would not pursue the so-called tiny house project any further.
Tiny houses.
Supporters marched from what's left of Tent City to Charleston City Hall. They stood up and asked council members to allow the creation of these tiny house villages. Mayor Tecklenburg addressed the supporters, saying the city is working to open a new place in downtown Charleston for people who are homeless. However, it is a process.
One's up.
A man accused of sexually assaulting 2 women he met on the website Backpage.com back in jail tonight. Berkeley County deputies arrested that man, Thomas Powell, earlier tonight on kidnapping and first-degree criminal sexual conduct charges. Powell in court tonight, where the judge denied him bond. He's also facing several similar charges in Somerville.
Three's up.
A Hennigan woman is in jail in connection to her mother's death. Paula Anderson faces a murder charge for killing her mother, according to police. 68-year-old Frances Anderson was discovered on the floor of her Hennigan home Monday. Today, the coroner announced Frances Anderson had been strangled. Earlier today, we spoke with a neighbor who knew Frances and Paula for decades.
She's had mental problems for a very, very long time, and she was sick.
Tonight, Paula Anderson went in front of a judge and was denied bond. She's being held at the county jail.
A local woman posted a poor review on a restaurant's Facebook page, and now she says it has led to unbearable harassment. The comment was shared by a blogger who writes about the food and beverage industry, and it grew from there. Joy says she's received more than 80 direct messages to her Facebook account, people calling her names, threatening to harm her, even posting photos of her family.
I don't think I've ever been hit in the face with that much anger and bitterness and hatred than I did with this. I crumbled. I went upstairs. I stayed upstairs for like 2 days. It was horrendous.
After our interview, we reached out to the blogger who wrote the post. He says he feels bad about all the drama it caused, but can't be responsible for people's actions after they read his blog. He has since, though, removed the post from Facebook and the website.
Well, 2 people are on administrative leave at a Goose Creek Primary School as investigators look into what happened at that school last Thursday. According to the principal, the teacher was out of the classroom and a teacher's assistant was watching the students. Sherry Knight says her 3-year-old grandson was in that classroom and in fact was in timeout with another child when something happened.
And she said another teacher walked by the class
in timeout,
and at this moment in time looked in the class and saw that assistant teacher kicked Robert in this chest area while he was in timeout.
Full screen's up, Q.
The Berkeley County School District tells us in part that they are investigating the incident. 2 employees have been placed on administrative leave pending the results of an internal and external investigation. The Goose Creek Police Department is investigating what happened.
The widow of Reverend Clemente Pinckney says she has tried to shield her daughters while they try to lead normal lives. Before addressing a forum at Duke University on faith and race, Jennifer Pinckney discussed how her family is coped since her husband's death. Reverend Pinckney, a state senator, shot and killed along with 8 others at Emmanuel AME Church last June. Pinckney says she expects emotional wounds to be reopened during the upcoming murder trial. State prosecutors plan to seek death penalty for Dylan Roof, who has admitted to that shooting.
Coming up on News 2 at 11.
Video's up, Q.
When it comes to Mardi Gras, one way many celebrate, king cakes.
And my weather
We're taking a look at how a town in southwest Louisiana makes their king cakes unique after the break.
What's up, Rob?
And it's time for our fishing forecast. A little bumpy on the waterways. High tide at 9:08, low at 3:22 in the afternoon. Sliver of moon, with the moon coming up at 7:43. And as you're driving to and from, I'm sure the heater will be cranking in the car tomorrow. Check us out on the radio. Storm Team 2 forecast on 95SX. Hit music now. You're watching News 2 at 11.
3, 2, 1, and faded. Black's online. 220. 220 back. That was beautiful.